welcome to yet another FPL video, and this is going to be a preview of Game Week 11 already. And in terms of my week, pretty decent, got 63 points, but I did take a -4 for the likes of Kufa and Bruno, and obviously I'll be discussing how Game Week 10 went overall. So pretty happy with that. I did go up by 50,000 around that to 113, so pretty happy with that to be quite high up still and maintaining, being close to the top 100k for now, and then looking to break into it at some point, but we'll have to wait and see. It does depend on a lot of things, and maybe for the first time this season, I'm actually going to roll my transfer, which actually, if I'm being honest, I haven't done. And it is a good thing to do at times. It gives you more flexibility with transfers and doesn't limit you. And sometimes you may regret making that transfer because later down the line, you can literally make another transfer, which is even better, if you know what I mean. But just going to analyze my team on the whole and just discuss some of the key points. I mean, there's the news about Newcastle, which is very, very concerning, especially for me as a Wilson owner. But we'll just go straight into it. Martinez in goal. Pretty disappointing, to be honest. Ever since I got him in, he's only produced against my team, Arsenal. Apart from that, yeah, he's just been very, very poor. And it is a bit of a shame. Obviously, on a wild card, I would get rid of this guy, probably, yeah. There are better options, the likes of Mendy, Fabianski, Darlow, and then, of course, McCarthy, even though there might not be that much difference between the two. And I think Martinez has pretty much the same amount of points. Yeah, I don't know. And you do save a bit of money there. But Martinez has been very disappointing. And, yeah, hopefully he does kick on. He's got the fixtures. But then again, he had the fixtures before and he hasn't been doing it. So we'll have to wait and see. Aston Villa, like I said, are very, very hard to predict. They tend to do better in the games that, the ones like Chelsea or whatever, Man United, Tottenham. I mean, if you look how they produced against Arsenal and Liverpool, and then when they play, these teams you would expect them to get some clean sheets against, they just don't do it. But to be fair, West Ham, I wasn't expecting a clean sheet. The only games really, Brighton probably at home, I was expecting something. But yeah, it just wasn't meant to be. As for the defence, very disappointing overall, but I have to say I made a mistake putting Zuma on the bench, and he was not even first substitute, he was my second substitute, and I just felt wrong about it the whole time. But the logic behind that was having Chilwell already facing Spurs. I expected maybe, more goals from both teams. Obviously, it ended up being 0-0. But then again, when Chelsea are facing Mourinho, to be honest, I probably should have anticipated that. But Kufal, who I got in on a -4, didn't obviously do well. Grealish scored a very good goal. So that is a bit unfortunate, but still, I like the look of Kufal and West Ham. They look pretty decent. They're 5th in the league now. So yeah, their fixtures aren't great. I'm probably not going to be playing him for the next few, but maybe Palace at home and fixtures like that, Kufal will be in the starting lineup. As for Kilman, I decided to opt for him over the likes of Kyle Walker-Peters and Zuma. And by the way, Kyle Walker-Peters nearly scored against Manchester United, and that would have changed the whole complexity of his points. As for Kilman, he actually didn't even start the game, and he came on in the final 12 minutes, and Wolves reverted back to a back three. And yeah, the fixtures are awful now. But what I'm more concerned about is if Kilman loses his spot. So if they play a back three again and Kilman's not part of that, that is very concerning. But it depends. I mean, I don't know what Nuno's going to do. I'm surprised he even played 4 at the back against Arsenal, but it was probably something tactical. Against Liverpool, I would expect 5 at the back again, but you never know. But yeah, if Kilman loses his spot, I could upgrade him to someone like Dallas, for example. And I don't rate Leeds that much defensively, but they do have the fixtures, and Dallas is very good going forward. And now for Chilwell, who did get me the points, he got some bonus. Very happy with him. Like I said, he's never blanked really, even when I've got him in. So very happy with this guy. And I mean, hopefully he keeps fit. And there was a bit of an injury scare in the game, but hopefully he remains fit. He's a quality player. And as for my midfield, this is why I like my midfield so much. So Salah, I captained him, and to be honest, he had a goal disallowed, and he missed a very good chance. He should have had probably double-digit points without captaining him. But Mohamed Salah, very happy with him, and he got substituted early. He looked pissed off, and I like that. I like that hunger to score goals, to stay on the pitch and make the difference for your team. And the only thing, like, normally with the fixture next, and obviously I'll be talking about that very soon, I'll be just captaining Salah, not thinking about it too much, but I don't know. There's a few things that make me not want to captain Salah for next week, and I'll be explaining why. But very happy with his points. He got the assist for Jota's goal, and then we talk about Bruno, the guy I brought in on a -4, and yeah. Like I said, he's never blanked away from home. He's got the most points in FPL since joining the league. He's got the second most amount of goals. He's got the most assists. He's got the most goals from open play from any midfielder. I mean, do I need to go on people call him a penalty merchant, whatever? But he just gets the points, and I like that, obviously. So he's in my team, and I know De Bruyne actually came up clutch for a lot of people who have him. But Bruno Fernandes, I still prefer him as an asset. Although De Bruyne, I will admit, he is very tempting to get back in with how City played against Burnley, but Burnley are awful, so I want to wait and see how City do, not only against Fulham, but also against Manchester United, which is coming up in game week 12. So let's wait and see there. That's what I really want to see Man City assets, make a showcase, or showcase their ability, should I say. As for Jack Grealish, during the game, I will admit, I was thinking, you know what, I could just get rid of Kane and Grealish, and I could get in KDB and Bamford or something like that. But in the end, Grealish got a great goal. And, for his price, you're not going to get better. That's pretty much how I see it. And Zaha, when he's fit again, he's a great option. But I still think Grealish is the standout. And, he just... Look how many double-digit returns he has. And even, in game week 3 against Fulham, he nearly got double digits again. He's just so consistent. So, you know what, with Grealish, I'll probably will be keeping him. And he's got the fixtures. And I know a few of you in the last live stream did ask me, should I get rid of Grealish and stuff like that? And I did say, no, it's very tough for me to say get rid of Grealish. He's very good. Obviously, if you are going to upgrade to someone like Bruno or Salah or someone like that, then fair enough. I could see why. But for anyone around his price bracket, including Ziyech, not for me. Not for me. But moving him to KDB, I mean, I'm not going to rule it out. But you know what? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. As for Son, I know a lot of people have moved him out for the likes of KDB. But... yeah, he did blank, unfortunately, and he was a bit wasteful against Chelsea, but he's got Arsenal next, so I would expect something there, and Palace away. Liverpool away is going to be much tougher, even though Liverpool don't have most of their back line, but you know what, I still expect some of the Spurs assets to keep on producing, I think keeping one of them, I still back that, even keeping two of them is an option. I don't want to go out without any of them, if I'm being honest, but it's just so difficult. Who do I get rid of, Kane or Son? Because, to be honest, up front, I don't think there's any better options than Kane, to be honest, even around this price bracket. I'm including the likes of Vardy there. But with Son, I mean, you could go to KDB, and, if KDB keeps firing, if City keep firing, then maybe that could be the choice I go with. But yeah, Kane blanked also. He had a pretty poor game. But then again, Spurs were just so defensive, and even Chelsea were a bit, reluctant to go forward and overcommit at some points. So I'm not really too surprised with how the game panned out. Obviously, in hindsight, I would have started Zuma. But yeah, Kane didn't deliver there. And Calvert-Lewin, another one, his second blank of the season, same with Kane. Both came in the same week. And Meslier made a lot of saves. And Everton, I don't know, there's a reason why I got rid of James Rodriguez, and I'm happy to have done that transfer already. As for Calvert-Lewin, though, I still think I'm going to keep him. He's by far the best Everton asset, so not too surprised with him. Now, the concern I have, and I'm like, why would you have a concern over a guy who gets you 12 points in the final few minutes of the game? Well, very happy with Arsenal. I will say that firstly. Because I did take a -4 to get him in for game week 8, and that went pretty badly at the time. And then I kept him for the game week 9 fixture, despite the fact that obviously he didn't even play. And now he, produces the goods for me. But now there is this, it's not even a rumour, the Newcastle training ground has basically been abandoned because there's a fear of a COVID-19 outbreak. So all that means is the game against Aston Villa, which is on the Friday, by the way, this Friday, it could actually either be postponed or it could be a forfeit and Villa get the win. Or if not, maybe Newcastle are just going to play, youngsters? And the likes of Callum Wilson and all these Newcastle assets we have, they're not going to start. So I just hope that good news comes from that. But, I mean, I'm sick to death with COVID-19, literally. And hopefully all of this stuff stops interfering not only with football, with our everyday lives. But, yeah, it's just stop and go and all of this stuff. And yeah, it's just not ideal, but hopefully there's good news on that front because Callum Wilson is someone I would like to keep, especially with the fixtures he has coming up. And as for the rest of my team, I'm pretty happy, apart from obviously benching Zuma, but I'm not going to be making that mistake again next week, as you can see here. And game week 11, pretty happy with how my team is looking now. I will admit I'm not completely set on the captaincy, and as you can see, I normally captain Salah, but he's not even vice or captain at the moment. And one of the main reasons for that is because of his record against Wolves. And I know records aren't everything. Records are there to be broken. For example, Salah against Manchester United last season, he scored his first ever goal against them. And before that, he never scored. So it's not that he won't score against Wolves. He can, of course he can. But I do like having a player who has a good record against someone. And then Bruno, I don't think he even has a good record against West Ham, but his record away from home is just so tempting. He's never blanked away from home, and he's got the most points in FPL since coming in. So, yeah, that's 3 double-digit returns, by the way, in a row. So, yeah, this guy is just the real deal, Bruno Fernandes. And the other one is Kane against Arsenal. And in recent years, he hasn't really scored too many against Arsenal, from open play anyway, but he gets a lot of penalties. And with the way Arsenal are playing, with the way Spurs are playing, I just think that, Spurs are right now a much better team, and I think Kane can definitely take advantage of how vulnerable Arsenal are at the moment. But you never know. I mean, the thing I will say that maybe would put me off a Kane captaincy is when Arsenal are on a bad run of form under Arteta, and they have a big game. Let's say, for example, Manchester United, and then Man United have the form. Arsenal go into the game and they win the game and they dominate. So Arsenal, I'm not going to completely rule them out, especially as an Arsenal fan and knowing how North London derbies are. The best team doesn't necessarily always win. But you know what? I still think Kane is a great captaincy option this week, but obviously probably not the best, but he is definitely one of the best choices. I know a lot of people are going to be captaining him, especially looking at how bad Arsenal are, but don't be surprised if he blanks or if Arsenal win somehow. Don't ask me why, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope Arsenal win anyway. I'd take that over Kane points any day of the week. But in terms of captaincy, I have to say I think Bruno is going to be my pick at the moment anyway. But if I don't go with him, it will be either Salah or Kane. That's how I'm looking at it. Maybe Son. I don't want to go with Calvert-Lewin, Callum Wilson, especially with the news that's coming out, and Grealish. I've learnt my mistake by captaining from Grealish. As for my defence, as you can see, I got double Chelsea defence, and the fixture looks good on paper. If I look at the FDR quickly, it is a green, but I mean, if you watch football, if you watch the Premier League, and you've seen Leeds before in the Championship, you know they're not an easy fixture. And the reason why I've got double Chelsea defence, I mean, not only because of last week, but also Kilman's got Liverpool away and Kufau's got Man United at home. And I just prefer these two against Leeds. And Zuma also has, the threat from set pieces, and he can score some headers even from open play. And Chilwell, obviously, I mean, why would you bench Chilwell? Martinez in goal. Hopefully he does produce against Newcastle. It's a decent fixture, and especially if, I don't know, the only thing I don't know, it's just this COVID-19 outbreak. I mean, what's going to happen then if it's a 3-0 default win? Will Martinez even get the clean sheet points? I'm not even sure how it works, to be honest. But yeah, I just hope the game goes ahead, and hopefully Newcastle have their full team available. And if Martinez doesn't keep a clean sheet, hopefully Wilson's the one scoring. But I wouldn't be able to tell you right now. What I know, I mean, is basically the latest information, but I don't know anything beyond that, and hopefully the best news comes from that. But Kyle Walker-Peters away to Brighton. I'm not entirely confident. This is a derby for them as far as I'm concerned. And Brighton, I think, they're a decent attacking team, so it's not an easy fixture for Southampton, but you know what? I prefer Kyle Walker-Peters in this fixture anyway, compared to Kufau at home to Man United. But then again, I'm not completely ruling out West Ham or a clean sheet against Man United. It can happen. But yeah, I'm kind of more backing Bruno against Kufau, if you know what I mean. And I don't really like having my attackers face my defenders anyway. And the fixture is very difficult for West Ham too. So that's how I think I'm going to line up in terms of the defence. I'm very happy with that defence. And hopefully I get the decisions right in terms of my bench and all of that. And as for my midfield, like I said, very happy. The fixtures are very, very good so long as the games are played. And same with the strikers. And I've got 3 captaincy options, or 4, to choose from. And right now I'm going with Bruno because of his form, because of his record overall in the Premier League and away from home. I know West Ham have been very good. That's the only thing that would probably put me off Bruno Fernandes. Kane faces at the moment a worse team. And Salah faces Wolves, who, yeah, they got an impressive win against Arsenal, but I think West Ham have been the most impressive out of those three opponents, but we'll have to wait and see. What is your team looking like? What concerns do you have? What suggestions do you have for my team? And what suggestions do you want for your own team? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. It costs nothing. Subscribe if you are new, and share this video around with those you know. And yeah, I appreciate everyone who's been watching the live streams. There will be more coming. There will be more previews coming. And if there are any types of videos you want me to make, let me know. I listen to feedback, and I like to improve and to be innovative if possible, and to produce more content, high quality content, so long as I can. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Good luck for game week 11, and hopefully you get the captaincy decision right, and also your bench and all of that. Hopefully you get all of that right. But if you have any concerns, like I said, just leave them down in the comment section. I respond to every single one of you, and same within the live chat when I either premiere my videos or when I do live streams. But thank you for watching this video. The aim is to get to 2,000 subscribers, and we are nearly there, but there's still a bit of a way to go. But thank you so much for all the support, and I'll see you next time.